on which exactly point. Hi, please follow my YouTube channel.
We have your Instagram.
Put likes, subscribe to my channel. I have to start again from the beginning. This recording.
She's recording.
What are you doing? Just write down.
You need this.
This one and this one.
Okay, so your TDS 142, but I think it's quite a bit higher because we spent the time. So I think when you extracted, perhaps it was 140. I guess so. So you're here on TDS, and your extraction percentage 1863. So you're still here. So it could be better, but already okay. Yeah. So you still have a space to extract and brew more sweetness, but it's also already good. You all liked in comparison to the first, second pour. Like all of you was excellent. Yeah, all of you were amazing. We did experiments. We changed the ratio. We changed grind size. We changed brew technique, and now we know how it's affected. Yeah, we changed time. So regarding the blooming, I'm suggesting to use always 30-40 grams for blooming. If it's too fermented coffee, use more water because it's already heavier from the fermentation, from the processing. So you will for sure need more water. So 40 grams is good. Also 40 grams if it's too fresh roasted. So like 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 40 grams for sure. Time for blooming, I think 30 seconds is the best one. But again, if it's too fresh coffee, you can go up to 40 seconds, but do not go longer. Otherwise, it will produce dryness, dry aftertaste. Yeah, and as you noticed, I prefer to use...
Sorry, can you take it over again? Huh? Sorry.
Blooming time. So for blooming, I forgot what I said. For blooming, I'm suggesting you to use 30 to 40 grams. If it's too fermented coffee, go for 40 grams. If it's fresh roasted coffee, up to 5 days, also 40 grams. 30 seconds most of the time for blooming, but again, if only one difference, if it's freshly roasted, go for longer time because we discussed that we need during the blooming release carbon dioxide after roasting. So because it's freshly roasted, it has a lot of carbon dioxide, so you need to release it. So that's why you will stay for longer. But right now, you figured out, we figured out, based on our mistakes, the recipe, for example, for Irgachefa carbonic, 1 week roasted ago, grind size 11.5, dose 15.5, water 240, 3 steps per pouring. As you noticed, I prefer to use 3 steps per pouring. I also use it for my championship. First, I think it's easy to follow. Second, it gives you a chance to control your water flow because you have particular time, 20 seconds to pour, 20 seconds to wait, 20 seconds to pour. That's it. And it's just 3 steps. Blooming, second pour, third pour. That's it. There is no like 6 pours for 40 grams. It's very easy to create mistakes. It's very easy to screw this pouring. But 3 steps, perfect. Plus, if you have order for 2 V60s, you can pour at the same time 2. How? Because of this window, no, even with 1 kettle, because of this window of 20 seconds. So what it means? You start first, you press the time. When time at 20 seconds on the first, you start your second pour. Second kettle, second V60. So for blooming, we're using maximum 10 seconds, yes? So it's enough for you to pour water for blooming. That's 40 grams. Then, and exactly at the moment when you finish the pour for blooming, you're coming back to the first V60 and you have 20 seconds and you still have 20 seconds for the comments on the second, and then you do the third pour on the first one, and then the third pour on the second one. Yeah? So pretty easy. But if you have 3, yes, blend with 2 kettles. So what else? For example, this coffee becomes aged. For example, it's 3 weeks roasted. I think it's better to stay with the same temperature, with the same ratio, but grind it slightly finer. Yeah? Because we need to help water to extend and enhance more flavors. Once coffee is aged, it releases more flavors, but we still need them. So we need to help water to solve more positive effects. But again, first taste, because everything could happen and we noticed, yeah? Screw a little bit, different taste. And that's why important when I asked you and we discussed the turbulence again. You can follow the turbulence, but you need to be able that each of you can follow this recipe. Maybe it was comfortable for you, but now, if you wish to follow this recipe, you need to teach the rest of your team that they will be able to follow the same, and each of the coffee tastes the same. This is the biggest challenge of manual brew. It's very hard to repeat. That's why you need to be technical. That's why you need to understand each of these steps. You good? Yep. Brian came, recorded video. I'm pretty much done for today, but if you have questions, let's discuss, because I think you... For ice V60, for example, for the same coffee, I will suggest to use the same grain size, but different ratio, which we discussed earlier. 20 dose, water 180. So how it works? The same blooming, but then just second pour. It means that you start to pour at 30 seconds, the rest of the water till 180, that's it. So it will be high concentrated, your TDS will be insanely high, but as we discussed already, once we add it in ice cubes, it's diluted, melted, and becomes balanced.
So, are you going to measure the ice cube or just...
I prefer to do it, but you can already understand approximately 1 ice cube weight from like 7 to 10 grams. So I'm suggesting to use around 100 to 120 grams, which means like 10 ice cubes, which is the same what you're using. That's it. Like no need to measure that. Check 10, 10. That's it. Okay, boom, being multitasking, think outside the box. Do not wait. Oh, okay, what you can do at this time? Let's prepare cups. Let's wash here. Let's do this. Let's do this. You have free time, awesome, amazing, discuss how it was tasted, always help each other to develop and bring yourself. And sensory is the most important because currently, very tough on giving score, very tough. Yeah, so always, wherever you're calibrating something, if you have an order, a split small amount of brew and try it. Does it taste the same or no? It tastes almost good but something different. Okay, you serve it, but now analyze what you would like to change. Maybe you need to adjust grind size, or maybe something goes wrong. So yeah, there is the point that there is no the key or an answer how to brew coffee. Coffee is changing daily. So that's why we need to develop ourselves. Okay, questions? Yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Okay,
But not
see you
now, I don't
tomorrow. Tomorrow we will drink a